called DOT. They promised to have signs made. Should be out. Was it this week, I think, to say at each end of the shutdown that Millbrook is still open for business. So just to get people to go there, point them in that direction.
Roughly about how much time do they have left?
Actually, the other thing that the engineer told me is that they're hoping to have the deal done in November, possibly before Thanksgiving, as weather continues to hold for them. Mm-hmm. They're optimistic they can finish a lot sooner than the end of the year, which they officially announced. But we can't look on that. We're going to pursue getting these signs just for the end. I'm sorry?
Once that email went out with the extended time.
Yeah, sure, right, I know. Okay. Any other questions for Highway?
We have a new employee coming on soon.
So the status is I'm going to meet with the chief tomorrow to go through the background check. He's passed the drug test. He's given me his driver's abstract and only one thing on there, which was an accident he was involved in April, in which a resident backed into his truck as he was sitting in. He sent me the police report. I'll show that to you tomorrow. Basically, that's what the police report said, so that's clean. And I talked to the clerk of the town of East Fishkill, who promised to send me his employee records this week. So as soon as I have that, I'll pull together. I'll send out a note to them and let them know where we are.
On the highway department, we have that interviews with third person, and it's my understanding that basically we have a candidate that he started working at the highway department, etc.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Oh, because you weren't there for that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so,
Yeah.
so we gave him a conditional offer, all right? And the conditions were pass the blood test, provide a driver's abstract, release information from his current employer, and do a background check. Okay, so we've done 2 of the 4 things, and we're going to do the other 2. And I talked to him today, yes.
He accepted the offer?
He accepted the conditional offer, yeah. And he called me today to get an estimate of when we might be able to make an actual official offer, so he can give us 2-week notice. And I told him today, things we got to do, possibly the end of this week, not early next week. Okay.
Probably coming on board in November.
Early November is what I told him to tell his present employer.
Okay.
All right. And they're well aware of it. I talked to both the supervisors. I actually documented their comments regarding him as an employee, put them in his file as well, just for the record. So that's all proceeding. So,
Okay, good.
okay. All right. Scott, you all right?
All right. On the water side, performed all maintenance and sampling, read all the water meters, and the bills have been sent out. Replaced 2 more curb valves, last one on Washington, and we also did one on Maple Avenue. And I have contacted Optimum about getting internet service to the water plant, as we've discussed previously.
Good.
Currently waiting on them to send me an estimate. Guy that was out there to measure stuff and look at everything. He was figuring probably a couple $1,000, but we'll see what they come back with.
Okay.
And tomorrow I'm actually meeting with another company that does like the cell service and does a whole bunch of control stuff. So I'm gonna see what they have to say.
All right.
And figure out what we want to do after getting all the numbers.
All right.
And I've also finalized the lead service line inventory, which is due on the 16th of this month. And I will probably submit it before the end of this.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm just waiting. Anything else, but
Any lead lines?
I've been sounding lead. But there's 620, I'll say 630 service lines. We have identified on the customer side, which would mean from the curb out to the house, I have probably about 498.
Good.
All right.
Most of those, since we've changed like 500 meters, we've been in part of those.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, I've been into
Well, you
some.
can only see it on the meter side, right? You can't see it on the
But
valve side.
that's sufficient.
That's sufficient. Yeah.
So, so we've done that. The other side is our responsibility, from the valve to the street.
Mhm.
I think I've got probably 200 plus of those, roughly 30%.
What are they requiring? Requiring all of them to be done?
Well, what I heard yesterday from the health department was, as of think next year, the EPA is putting out new lead laws, so they're going to be requiring within 10 years to identify all the unknowns. But we'll see when that gets official, but which means we got 400 something certified, inspected in the
Mhm.
doing 10 a year, which is what we've been doing the last 2 years.
Doesn't work.
No.
No, it doesn't. So you might have to step that up a little bit. But again, that's a cost, right? So
Yeah, sure, right.
that's something we can approach.
Okay. Well, step one is to get this report filed.
Yeah, the first thing, we have to get that inventory submitted.
Yeah.
We're required to, so, I've been through everything, unknowns are unknowns, is what it is.
Okay.
So. Get it submitted. I'm waiting in case, something pops up where I can get in, like last week I was in somebody's house for a meter issue. I was able to add that to my list.
Oh, good. All right.
Holding off as long as I can, so in case something pops up like by Friday, I can just pop it in there before I submit it. So
All right, good.
I'll probably submit it on Friday. So
All right.
that's it.
Any questions about water?
Just a quick question, where are we in terms of water supply? We've had a extremely dry September and August, and I wondering how close we are.
We're actually doing fairly well. The stream is actually pretty low. But as far as the water in the building and the tank, it's actually pretty good, but a lot of that's because the flows have been down.
Okay.
Oh, we had a couple of leaks pop up, as far as homeowner stuff. I had when the bills went out, people were hoping to go $100,000 gallons.
Didn't realize it was.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
so, but, no, well, we did have the one.
Yeah,
Leak that Patrick fixed.
What was that on there?
Yeah, but that was just, that just.
Barn behind it.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah,
Okay. Huh. So you did an emergency call?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. Very nice.
So, yeah, so, the Clearwell, like I said, it's about 20 feet, so we had been, when it was raining, we were up anywhere from 15 to 17 feet. And it did drop much an hour down to about 14, so. That, if we remember back 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I
Right,
think.
you were down, there were times,
Below
where, yeah,
10.
we were around 10 or less.
Yeah.
So we're much better than that now, obviously, if it continues.
Sure.
Yeah, so normally I do flushing in October, and I had to put that off, at least for now. And if it doesn't rain much, I'll probably just do a minimal, like dead end lines, just to get them out. I don't wanna, because if I go out, flush everything and it stays dry for 3 months, that's just not.
Sure.
Sure.
But we'll play that by ear based on the weather. But we're doing good.
Yeah, I just don't want your repeats of getting down to 8.
Definitely not,
You
no.
can't pump at 5.
Exactly. The stream is actually pretty low, so that's a good indication. Depending on spring.
Yeah, sure. All
Yeah,
right.
there's
Keep our
not.
fingers crossed.
No. But I mean, I guess when we look at in the fall, so you aren't water, it's gonna be water.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's go on, we want to restrict the water and how to use it.
Yeah, no, I mean, the flows, what did I have? The one average was 177 in September, probably because it was drier. But it had been in the 160s, and I know, I'll find out more in the next couple of days, with that leak, we were up around the 190s, but
Is that right? Oh, that's a good.
it was pretty bad, really. Yeah. Like, you could hear it outside.
Is that right?
I could hear it outside, you just hear it.
Really? 12,500 gallons an hour, okay. Now, Mike, how long do we water the trees, the new trees, to the first frost?
Well, it doesn't mean the first frost, basically, we have 2 different opinions, but I know the tree installer said you have to go right until November 1st. And the person from Adams who did our installs outside of Franklin Avenue, but in other places, was saying you should water right through November. So the end of the growth, the leaves are coming off, so we start they were in their dormant session.
Right.
They don't be creating these groups November first and a little beyond possibly.
Okay, fine.
Same kind of dry conditions.
I told the guys till the first frost. Someone told me that. Is that not true?
Not really.
Okay, fine. So,
Yeah. The ground doesn't really freeze at the first frost.
no, I know, all right.
So you know, you still need to use that to your advantage. The most crucial time for the trees is the first year.
Okay,
And
sure.
you know, the more root growth you get the first year,
Mhm.
it's not inhibited by a lot of water, the better chance you have of the tree being resistant to something, you know.
Absolutely.
Like gypsy moth infestation or something else which can happen. So, you know, we have the equipment, I know it's an extra added thing that they have.
It's worth it.
Used to.
No.
It seemed like they're doing good too, the trees.
Yeah, they do.
I stopped in yesterday and thanked them. I went to the garage and said, I know it's been a long summer, thanks so much, because they have done an excellent job.
Mhm.
One of the things I was doing yesterday was I was going out to 10 different potential tree sites that we could use for planting through the Shade Tree Commission. And I was asking Brad Roller and said, okay, given this site and the other, you know, what kind of trees would you recommend we go here or here or here? And as part of that, he looked at the trees we planted, 14 altogether,
Mhm.
and said, great shape, everything's really fine.
Oh, good.
You said the only thing I would do is he wanted me to cut back some of the height on the soil on the elm tree that we planted the valley for, you know, over on Elm Drive. He said that's a little bit too much soil at this point. He checked with me, but he said, pull it back about 3 or 4 inches.
Okay, fine.
So I said I can take care of that this week.
Nice. Okay, good, good. Sorry for the segue there. Anything else for water? Okay, sewer.
All right, all sampling and maintenance, we finished the site work at the Bennett Pump Station. Generator is being done today and tomorrow, so everything should be up and running as of tomorrow.
Okay, good.
Had the survey crew, the treatment plant for the upgrade, they finished up on Monday. And they have reviewed the sewer main inspection reports that Arrow
This
did in
is
July.
sewer crew is just to check what's, to map out what's underneath the ground? What is that for?
They were surveying everything.
Really?
They were surveying stuff up on Fountain Place.
Oh,
Yeah,
Huh.
and all the village properties that surround us.
all right.
It's all for whatever the engineers request.
Okay, all right.
They didn't ask for much help, they just said, go at it, do
Okay.
your stuff, so they got stakes around the property.
I saw those outside there on the, by the road. Okay.
Had the tractor service, and we keep the work for the buildings.
Now, tomorrow we have a meeting. It's at 3:00 with DEC to go over the report. You want to describe to the board the report we got from EPA, the inspection report?
Yeah, we received the inspection report from the EPA from July's inspection. So there's, I won't go through the whole thing, but there's a number of different things we have to address. A lot of it pertains to the ORF, which we are planning on getting rid of, so.
Right.
And then, some things we've already addressed, like the pH calibration and stuff.
Questions regarding the reporting?
The reporting,
Right.
which was just, basically what they're saying is all our samples that we take from the ORF, which are required, also have to be used for, compliance. So in other words, it has to be an average for the month, which we hadn't done. So we have to go back and amend the reports going back to 2021. We will do that, but the meeting with the DEC will also hopefully shed some light on exactly what we need.
So the meeting with the DEC is basically to work with them to figure out how to respond.
Yeah, but also the permit is, I think there's some interpretations of the permit. It's the way it's worded, so I interpret it differently than the EPA, and I'm not sure where the DEC stand on it as well. So, and the current permit has in there that the ORF is 0.4 million gallons, and we have to use all of that before we can discharge, where in fact, the design is for like roughly half of that.
Yeah.
So as per the engineer design, it was done in the 90s, so. But so there's some discrepancies as far as what the EPA thinks is and what actually is the design.
Which has been away from day one, so.
Yeah, and it was that way in a prior permit, so hopefully this discussion with these.
So the meeting is tomorrow at 3:00. Deputy Mayor, I've asked if you can join, and you'll let me know as soon as possible. Trustee Doro, if he can't, would you possibly be available? No, okay. Trustee Herzog,
I'll make it.
available.
will you make it happen? Okay, great, I appreciate that. Just need somebody there just for continuity. Okay. Any questions regarding the report and the response to the DEC?
Yeah, we'll have to respond, but they also said in the email that they sent you and I that they will be in touch at a later date with, say, enforcement action or what they're gonna require us
This
to
is
do.
EPA, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So we're trying to get ahead of that.
They have
with
not reached out.
So we're trying to get ahead of that with the DEC.
Right, but I believe, just from my conversations with BJ, the DEC, I believe the EPA has spoken to the DEC as well. So I think that's why the DEC's reaching out to us and going forward. So
Okay, good.
we'll see what they say and move forward.
At the end of the day, we're gonna make it better by doing this upgrade.
Right,
We need to just get there.
right. I mean, the things in the report, like cleaning the tank, and all these different things that they are gonna require, to me, as I said to you this afternoon, to spend upwards of $80,000 to $100,000 to clean a tank that we're hoping to get rid of in 2 years.
Right.
It just
Doesn't
doesn't make financial sense to the village, in my eyes.
But this is EPA we're dealing with, so.
This is an EPA thing, not a DEC.
Correct.
Or, yeah. All right, so if I can make it work, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll make it.
Where are we with the hookups on Washington Avenue? We wanted to get the hookups of the sewer and the water lines.
Yeah.
Is that gonna happen?
Yeah,
Except for Lee.
Yes.
Except for Lee is the only one left, right?
Yeah, Tim's gotta do
But he's gonna do
the
it.
sewer and the water, and bring it over
Yeah.
onto Russell Knowles.
Okay. That'll hook you up?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Once the plan, I met with him last week, so the plan is to get all that stuff on Washington done and on to Russell Knowles, so then everything will be done on Washington.
Super.
And then whenever they run their water line, they'll run it.
Okay,
And the sewer, I believe, is planned to.
all right, great.
I don't know exactly, I haven't spoken to him this week, but when I spoke to him last week, the guys that are gonna do the water tap for him, they're looking to next week, but I told him, I said, I'm off from Wednesday on, so I think he's probably gonna try to do it.
Okay, fine.
Said the week of the 20th.
Yeah.
I think he saw it.
Okay.
And he said that we should remind one of the neighbors on the corner lot up there about them being able to get in and out of their driveway while they're doing the SAP.
So the corner of Church and the Washington,
And church,
okay.
opposite across from Leewoods. Yeah.
That one house or the two, because right next to it,
There's two driveways, so I would
Yeah,
imagine
so-
we should just warn both,
Yeah,
Okay.
so
but
it's, one on the
The
corner,
green one.
the green one.
Yeah.
And the next one over, because the driveways are kind of.
yeah, mended.
and so
separated.
the warning is to them that they may not be able to get into the driveway.
Then maybe for a few nice like
Okay,
Morona's parking lot, you
Okay.
know, or Stewart's behind Stewart's
fine.
or on the street.
they can't park it
They
on
can use it on
Agway?
shop if they want to.
Could they use Agway or not? Or is that also gonna
I guess they probably could, yeah. That's a private lot. Yeah, Thompson
Oh, you
owns
can't
it,
park
but
it? Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure if we asked Thompson, he could. He'd let us.
Yeah, because he's gonna have the.
It's only for a
full
couple
done
months,
night
you know.
before they show up.
be, all right, fine, I'll make sure we do that. Okay. Okay, anything else? All right, thanks. Okay, Sarah.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, let's do the
You-
ban.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you if you want to do that.
Yeah, this is the request for a $325,000 ban. How much is it?
I'm sorry,
How much is the ban for?
300,000.
300,000. This is for us to be able to give the go-ahead to T&B to start the engineering work prior to us having EFC's approval to start being reimbursed from the grant. Okay? And so the idea is that there's a process we got to go through. Aaron is working to complete all the actions required to get EFC's, set up so we can start sending the bills to EFC. And so in the interim, we need to be able to pay bills that T&B is going to incur. The alternative is that we would wait possibly 6 months for EFC to give us the go-ahead to start engineering work. We don't want to wait those 6 months. We don't have to. So that's why we're proposing a ban, 300,000. We got a rate from